Hey everyone and welcome. Your Aadhaar number, right? It's a huge part of our daily lives in India. But let's be honest, figuring out how to update it can feel complicated. Well, today we're going to cut right through all that confusion. We've got insights straight from the CEO of UIDAI, that's the authority in charge of Aadhaar, to break down exactly what you can update from the comfort of your couch, what still needs a trip to a center, and most importantly, the security reasons behind all of it. All right, to really get started, let's just soak in this number, 142 crore. That's 1.42 billion Aadhaar numbers issued. This isn't just some ID card in your wallet. It's become the foundational digital identity for pretty much everyone in the country. The scale is just massive.
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at that massive scale. Then, we'll get into the good stuff, the updates you can easily do from home. After that, we'll dig into the why behind those in-person visits. We'll also explore the new tech that's keeping your identity safe. And finally, we're going to clear up a huge fact. Aadhaar is about being a resident, not a citizen.
Okay, first things first. Let's really wrap our heads around the sheer size of this Aadhaar ecosystem we're all a part of. It's genuinely bigger than most people think.
Now get this. On an average day, the system handles 9 crore authentications. Think about that. 90 million secure verifications every single day. On a busy day, it's jumped to almost 14 crore. And they're not even done. They're upgrading the whole thing to handle a future capacity of 20 crore authentications a day. That's an incredible amount of traffic.
All right, let's get to the part you've probably been waiting for. What can you actually get done right now, online, without having to go anywhere?
So there are two main things you can do online. First up, the address update. This is the most common one, and you can do it right through the My Aadhaar portal for a small fee. The second, which is super important, is the document update. This is for when your ID or address proofs are old and need refreshing. You can also do this online, and here's the best part. For a limited time, it's totally free.
Which of course brings up the big question, right? If you can change your address online, why do you still have to go to a center for other things that seem simple, like your phone number or your date of birth?
And the answer, it isn't about making things inconvenient. It all comes down to one thing, security. So let's break down the critical reasons why some updates need that face-to-face verification.
This table lays out the logic perfectly. Take your mobile number. It's considered high risk to change online because, think about it, if a fraudster got control of it, they'd get all your OTPs. That's a huge security risk. It's the same reason for major name changes or date of birth changes. It's to prevent serious fraud, like someone trying to illegally register property or change their age to qualify for a job. It's all about protecting you. And hey, don't just take it from me. The UIDAI CEO said it plainly. They found people were actively trying to misuse the system. People would try to change their age just to get a job, and that kind of thing really threatens the trustworthiness of the entire Aadhaar database. So these rules are there for a very good reason.
So for something really significant, like a major name change, the process is deliberately tough. You have to get an official Gazette notification from the government, take it to a sender in person, and then UIDAI double-checks it online with the source. It's built this way specifically to prevent misuse.
Okay, let's shift gears and look ahead a bit, because new technology is making Aadhaar both more secure and, you're going to like this, way more convenient.
So you know the classic methods, right? Fingerprint and iris scans. Super secure, but they need special hardware, which means you have to go to a place that has the machine. The real game changer here is face authentication. This uses the camera you already have on your phone or laptop, which means you can securely verify who you are from pretty much anywhere.
But of course, it's not that easy. The UIDAI CEO calls it a constant cat and mouse game with hackers. The biggest challenge is making sure the face the camera sees is a real, live person, not just a photo someone is holding up, or a really sophisticated mask. Their teams are working on this tech all the time.
All right, let's wrap up by clearing up one of the biggest and most important misunderstandings about what an Aadhaar number actually means.
Here it is, plain and simple. Aadhaar is proof of residence, not proof of citizenship. And that's not just a guideline. It's written directly into the law. The Aadhaar Act itself makes it crystal clear. A resident is defined as anyone who has lived in India for at least 182 days in the last year. That's the key.
So what does that mean in the real world? It means that yes, Indian nationals are eligible, but so are foreigners who live and work here for a while, people at embassies and foreign companies and so on. It really reinforces that Aadhaar's job is to be a verifiable ID for anyone who is a resident of the country.
And, holding this massive system together is a serious commitment to security. And it's worth pointing this out. Since the whole thing started way back in 2009, UIDAI's central database, the heart of the system where all the data is stored, has never had a single data breach.
So, what's the big takeaway here? As this already enormous system gets ready to handle 20 crore authentications a day, the next big thing isn't just about updating your address. It's about how new, secure ways to verify yourself from anywhere, like Face ID on your phone, are going to completely reshape how we access everything, from banking to government services. The future of our digital lives is literally being built as we speak.